Hello my lovelies, Sandra here and welcome back to my channel. And you'll know I absolutely love, well, you probably don't know actually because my channel is called My Colourful Boho Closet, but I absolutely love skin things because I used to be an esthetician. I was an esthetician for well over 7 years and I've tried a lot of products. I've worked with a lot of products. I had my favourites. I had really good clientele. I had my own little business. But the COVID came and that's when I closed my business. I could not take that kind of risk. But when I am not looking up bohemian things, I'm on the internet and it's all about skin. In fact, when I get bored, sometimes of a night time, if I'm lying in bed, I'll just watch extraction videos. You know the ones I'm talking about because I used to love doing that. I used to have not good skin myself. It's always been relatively okay, but cystic acne was what I suffered from, and I can do a little episode talking about cystic acne for anyone who is suffering with that, because that's a nasty bitch of a thing to have. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And mine used to swell my face up, and they used to be sort of around here, and that's where my scarring is as well. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today, the very first subject I'm going to talk about is retinols. And for this one, all I've done is wash my face. That's it. I've got nothing else on it. I've got no creams, no nothing. It's just, I just washed it. And I've only recently just started getting into the retinol because I used to previously rely on a glycolic acid, an acid peel to do my skin. And I was probably having one a week or one every 2 weeks when I was an esthetician, because you know you got to keep your skin good, but people want to come to you if you've got good skin, you know. It's just the way it is, isn't it? But since closing my business, I probably only do one once every 4 or 5 weeks. And then I got thinking, well, I need to start looking after my skin a bit better. So retinol is the way that I'm going. Now, I'm a no fuss kind of person when it comes to any cosmetic-y type things. I don't want to mess around. I don't want to spend an absolute shed load of money on stuff because a lot of it is just watered down versions, you know. I mean, it just is. I know how the business works. I know, you know, you can pay $40, $50, $60 or even more for a moisturizer with retinols and stuff in, but you know, the beauty industry know where the money is, and it's women really, and I think men are on that trend as well. So for me, I knew when I was going to start moving over to the retinol, I was only going to get one, and I'd done research on this many years ago, and I knew it was going to be the one that I did, and it's the one that I've been using for about 2 months. And the way I use my retinol, it's called the A313. Okay, it is the French equivalent to it was Avibon, which I don't think they do anymore. It was very, very, you know, it's a very popular thing in France, and French women have beautiful skin, and it's a very popular thing in France, using the retinol on your face. Avibon was the first one, and I think, I'm not sure whether you had to get that from by prescription, but I don't think they do it anymore. So now they do the A313, and that is the one that I got, and mine is from Walmart, and it runs about $20 depending on where you get it from. And it is a retinol palmitate. Now, this is not your full strength retinol. It's not the one that you get from your dermatologist. If you are at the point where you've got one from the dermatologist and you're using it, fantastic. You already know. Carry on doing what you're doing. If you're not, and you want to get your skin in better condition, and you're confused, because I walk up and down those aisles in Walmart or Target and that, I see so much skincare, and I'm thinking, what a complete waste. Okay, what a complete waste, because we are, you know, they do it for aging skin, they do it for acne skin, they do all kinds of crap, let's face it, and we never know what to get. So I always think you always go by the packaging. If the packaging looks good. But you can spend, I mean, even for a drugstore one, you can spend $30 for a L'Oreal or something like that. It's ridiculous. So this is the way I do my skincare, okay? I don't like mixing all these different things. I don't like mixing all my different acids and my retinols and this and this and this and this. Now I do love the Korean skincare. I did that for a couple of years. I absolutely love the way the Koreans do their skincare. Absolutely love all of their, probably even the cheapest of cheap products from Korea are really good, because they actually look at, I find that in the East, they look at stopping a problem before it starts. So they have sunscreen in pretty much everything, and they start off from a very, very young age, showing their children what to do to prevent sun damage. I find that in the West, we wait till it's happened, and then they give you treatments to make it better, you know. Whereas if you start it from a young age and you get it under control, then you don't have all that crap at the end. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, we are in the West. Or fortunately, we live in the West. So let's talk about the A313. I think it's 0.12 retinol palmitate, and I think, which is a milder version, but that does not mean that it doesn't work, okay? And I think even the products that you get from Walmart and that, they're in a moisturizer, or wherever you buy them from, they're watered down as well. Remember, they are watered down. The only way you're going to get a full strength one is to go to your doctor or your dermatologist. But I'm happy with just using it on its own. And the way I use a retinol, if you are about to start, is I wash my face. I do this once a week. Does not matter what day of the week. It's probably better to do it of an evening, but I wash my face and wait for it to completely dry. Okay, you do not want to be adding a retinol to wet skin. When skin is wet or moist, then on the inside of your skin, all those little sort of mini people that are in there, should one say, what they do is they want your skin to be moist and sort of hydrated, so they suck it down. And if you put something like this on wet skin, it's going to suck it in faster than you need it to. It doesn't give your skin time to just adjust to it. So make sure your skin is completely dry. I normally wash my face and then give it sort of 5-10 minutes, and then I apply this. And this is the only thing I will apply tonight. I don't mix it with anything else, okay? No eye creams. Okay, I do put a lip thing on, but no eye creams, no moisturizers, nothing. This is moisturizing enough, I think. And this is a gel, and you only need a little bit. And the way that it comes out is like this. And the way I do it is I just dot it on, and then you start rubbing it in, and a little goes a long way. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing, just going around it. Do not put it directly under your eyes, okay guys? You want to put it around your orbital bone, okay? Anything I think, put it around. You can feel that bone there, so pop it around the orbital bone, because it will naturally migrate down into that area, because you have little fine lines that go down that area anyway. It will naturally migrate down there, and this is going a long way on my skin. Honestly, it really does when it starts to get warmed up. Okay, and do not forget your neck and your décolleté. Now, if you find the very first time you use this, if you've never used anything in your life on it, if you find it a little bit itchy or tingly, it's okay for until your skin gets used to it. It's okay to mix it with a bit of moisturizer, but use a plain moisturizer. Use Cetaphil, use CeraVe, use Neutrogena that's got nothing in it. You know what I'm saying? Don't use anything that's got any acids, any B's, any C's. If it's got a number after it, don't use it. Okay, with it. Just use something nice and plain. And you could use a body lotion. I normally use Lubriderm for my moisturizer anyway, the big one. I normally use that anyway, but just for one night a week, this is moisturised enough, and it's not too tacky. It's not as tacky as Vaseline. It takes about 10-15 minutes to soak in a little bit better, but I will normally sit around for an hour with this on, and then I'll, you know, just go to bed, and then in the morning I'll just rinse my face off. Like I say, don't mix stuff. You're going to get all confused. There's serums and there's mists and there's moisturisers and there's lotions. Just for the night you use your retinol, okay? Just use your retinol. Then you're not mixing. You're not going to have any, you're not going to contribute if you are going to have any kind of reaction, because I don't know if you're going to have a reaction. It's low enough that I don't think you will, but you know your own skin. If it feels a little bit itchy or tingly the first couple of times you use it, you can water it down, like I say, with a little bit of moisturiser. But I don't put anything else on now. That's it. Till tomorrow. What does the retinol do? Retinol, over time, it will start to diminish the fine lines and wrinkles. It will really help with acne. I wish I'd have known about it when I had cystic acne, but I didn't know about it back then. So it will help with cystic acne. It will make your skin feel definitely more plumper. That's for absolute sure. And then any hyperpigmentation that you have, and I'm talking brown spots or freckles or scars from previous things that have gone on, it will start to lighten them. But it does take time. It took years for your skin to get in this condition. Don't expect it just to be gone in a week or so. This is something that you just do once a week for eternity. For eternity. So I would say if you just got one night a week that you could do that with, that's it. Okay, it costs you $20. Then you don't need to use a lot of creams, a lot of lotions, a lot of potions that have retinols in, because this is strong enough. This is still stronger than what you will get out of that pot from Walmart, and it will last an absolute bomb of a time because you only use a bit at a time. That should last a good year, if that. So once it's on, leave it, put it in your problem areas. Now, it's not going to go down and start, you know, giving you acne or nothing like that, because it is actually designed to help renew and reshed the skin. So what will happen is now it will take its time now, and it will start to renew your skin. Skin normally renews on a 28-day basis. You have your baby down there, the baby skin down there, and then it goes all the way up to become what you see on the outside. So what it should do is it should increase that circle, which in turn is increasing, one hopes, the collagen that's produced to give you that lovely plump skin. And it might take a couple of weeks for you to see, 2 or 3 weeks for you to start seeing some results, but it's better just to start and just try it, isn't it? Bit of a caveat to that: once you start using a retinol, you're going to need to be using some kind of sunscreen. Okay, I don't care what sunscreen you use. I have my favorite. I can tell you about my favorite one, but it will, and it can make your skin a little bit more photosensitive, especially when you're out in the sun. Okay, so any of my sun loving sun ladies who are trying to get good skin but also like the sun, at some point you're going to have to make a choice. Okay, and I'm sorry to be as basic as saying that, but at some point you're going to have to make a choice. If you're happy with your skin the way it is and you love going out in the sun, great, do that. But if you do want to start seeing some improvements in your skin for whatever reason, and you've noticed some things, you've got to know that when you get one of them, you've got to get a sunscreen, please, my darling. And that is your moisturiser in the morning. Okay, so tomorrow morning, even though I don't even leave the house, I have got to tomorrow, but even if I didn't leave the house, once I wash this off tomorrow morning, the only moisturiser I use is sunscreen. Okay, and I like the La Roche-Posay. It's a small one. I've got that on order now because I've just literally ran out. But I like the little La Roche-Posay. It's expensive, but it's my moisturiser. I don't need to use anything else with it, and I can definitely show you that when it comes. So if you're going to get one of these, get yourself a sunscreen. I like CeraVe. do a good sunscreen. I like La Roche-Posay. And do your own research as to sunscreen. I just like the La Roche-Posay because even though it's only a very small one, it's a very, very fine, very fine sort of consistency, and it dries in really, really well. Like I say, if I had it now, I would show you. But if you just make that your moisturizer then the next day, and you skip a moisturizer and you use your sunscreen instead, you're sorted then, aren't you? You know that you're not going to get any reaction to the A313 because you're moisturized up. And most of us, we only need the moisturizer this sort of area. You can use a different one for your body, but definitely get one for your face, okay? And yeah, that's what I would suggest anyway. Have I gone on for too long? I mean, I could talk for hours on these things, and I try not to, but I think if you are at the beginning of looking, or you have been looking, or you're just confused as to what to get from the drugstore, I understand. Completely, and this is what I would have said to all of my customers. Everything that I recommend to people, I use, have been using, have tested on myself. If you find that you're going really, really red when when using it, try and avoid your cheek area, okay? You don't need to put it on there in particular. If you have a lot of the broken veins and you're worried about that, okay, you can just avoid that. Just go all the way around the orbital of your face. You could just go around this end if you're worried about this. But if you are red and you have got broken veins and capillaries here that are making you red, stop using a scrub. Any kind of scrub. I will talk about scrubs anyway. But if you are finding you've got red patches just there and there coming up, stop using the scrub. And I'll talk about that in another video. You don't need to do the little cheek areas anyway with a scrub, only around this area. But like I say, I will talk about a scrub. This acts like a scrub. You gotta remember, this is going to dry your face up, okay? Not so it's like, oh, I can't move, but it will do it in a gradual way. So you do still need to moisturize the rest of the week, okay? Just for the one night you use it, you don't. The rest of the week you do still need to moisturize. So it will dry it up because the dryness is the dead flaky skin. It's going to create that process faster. So you get the nice fresh baby skin underneath, and you kind of want it to do that because the more you get it working, the more it's going to start producing the collagen. And as we get older, collagen slows down, okay? It's like everything else, it just slows down. So just to get that started, that ball rolling, like I say, if you never ever tried anything on your face whatsoever, I mean, I've read reviews where people say they increase this to using it, after a couple of weeks you can increase it to twice a week and then 3 times. You got to do what you feel is comfortable, but I think once a week initially is good enough, okay, if you're not doing anything. And then all those other things that you're spending a lot of money on, just put them to one side for now. We can talk about them another time, but just get your basics. And your basic is this will actually act as an exfoliant, but it will also act as an exfoliant under the skin as well. So if you've got pores that are clogged, it will also help the pores that are clogged as well. So Lulu said she agrees with me. So people with acne, yes, it feels like you're putting something tacky on, but it's not Vaseline, okay? It will sink in, it will start sort of unclogging those pores and doing that kind of thing. And like I say, the rest of the night, I'm not going to put nothing on my face. I'm going to put things in my tummy because I'm hungry. We haven't had our evening meal yet. But yeah, I just take this time for yourself. It's $20 for that. I don't, like I say, I'm a no fuss kind of person. So if you liked any of that advice, yeah. If you've just invested $60 or $70 in a face cream, whew, I've done it in the past, I hear you. But let's get you to a point where you don't need to do all of that, and then your money can get spent on something else. and then we can get you on some products that are actually going to make a difference to your skin and make it so it's lovely and glowing and you don't need makeup. Anyhow, I better go, but in the meantime, thank you for watching. I will talk to you. I think the next video I'm going to be doing is the dermaplaning, which is the little I absolutely love, which is the little razors. Okay, they're becoming very popular now. I've been using them for years. That's probably why the price has gone up in the shops. I'm going to show you what they are, what they do, where I get mine from, and how to use them so you don't keep cutting yourself like I got a cut here from 2 nights ago because I still cut myself even now. But anyhow, we'll talk about that in the next video. Any questions or any comments, leave them, you know, you can leave them in the comments. And just know this is just my opinion, okay? If you are happy with everything you're doing at the moment, I applaud you. Some people are. They're very happy. They're happy with their skin. That's great. This is for those people who are, I don't know, things are getting confusing. I don't know what to use. I'm just giving you my take on what I use and what I would recommend to my customers if I still had my business now, and say, get this, and then I'll see you in a month's time. And I bet you their face would be, in a month, completely different because I would have used it 4 times. And don't go trigger happy with it, okay? Don't think, oh, I didn't feel nothing that night, I'll use it 2 or 3 times in the 1 week. Things like these can be very deceptive, okay? It's not what you feel on the outside, it's what's going on the inside as well. And this is still a product that will make a difference. And if it's a product that makes a difference, there's stuff going on the inside. So if you're gonna try to get faster results, you might end up hurting yourself more and causing yourself more damage. So see it as, this is the stepping stone, this is what I'm going to get, it's this price, but it's going to last maybe a good year, and I'm going to be seeing whatever results that I want, finer lines, less stuff, freckles and stuff like that. Acne and any scarring is going to be a lot lighter, and then your skin in general will feel a lot softer. I definitely find once I use this, my skin feels much bouncier. I mean, look at that. And I don't drink 8 things of water a day. I might drink 8 things of coffee, but I don't drink 8 things of water. But yeah, so just try and control yourself. And I know it's hard because in the past I have overdone stuff, so I totally get it. But try and control yourself. Put that away for a week, pull it out, whatever night you decide, put it on. Just do it once a week and give it maybe 3 months and see how you get on before you increase it, okay? I feel like I've been giving a lecture and I haven't shut up. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching. The next one will be on the dermaplaning, and then any other topics you might want to talk about, drop me a comment. In the meantime, thanks guys.